Well, the line array obsession and trend has clearly now gone too far. I've been meaning to make this video for a while. Not only have we got Chinese manufacturers trying to sell to the UK and European market, they're fake and probably often pretend line arrays, but you've now got the likes of Gear4Music who sell utter Chinese rubbish to the unsuspecting British public at incredibly cheap prices, claiming that they're selling a line array. And I've been meaning to buy one since I saw them advertising them. They do a 4-inch single driver line array and a 4-inch dual driver line array, which comes with a dual 12-inch sub and claims to be able to do, this stack is supposed to be able to do 500 people. So if you had two of these, presumably you could do 1,000 people. But what I'm about to show you is that I wouldn't use it in front of 10 people because it sounds horrendous and it's not really a line array. So if you've bought one of these, I do apologise. You must have found out by now also that it sounds absolutely horrendous. And I'm about to show you why. Subzero line array speakers. Or are they line array speakers? I thought they were, based on the fact that they advertise that they are. But as you're about to find out, that is in fact a big turd. Big lie. Not line array speakers at all. They might look like a line array. In fact, they look quite nice, to be honest. They've got a lovely adjustable flying system here. And certainly in their specs, they claim to be able to, in this 8-speaker setup, if it's flown from over 3 meters high, cover audiences of over 500 people. So if I had one of these aside, I should be able to do 1,000 people. I mean, that's crazy, right? Other than being an ornament, these speakers are completely and utterly useless in every way, shape and form. They're not stable, they rattle around, they, as I'm about to show you, are not, in fact, line array speakers. So what is a line array speaker? Well, I'm not a physicist, I'm not the most clued up guy on sound systems and speakers, but the principle I do appreciate is that when you have multiple speakers together in an array, which you would historically do with trapezoidal boxes, as I have many of, point source boxes up there, you would array them and then you get interference between the drivers when you stand somewhere. You're different distances between the drivers, which is going to cause timing issues, phasing issues, isn't going to sound great. So a line array is supposed to solve that problem by the drivers creating a line of sound, usually with a tweeter in the middle, and a driver or two drivers coupling together in such a way, due to the angle which you'll display it, that when you stand in front of it, no matter where you stand, you're never further away from any driver than another. That's the principle, so you'll never get any phasing issues, you'll never get any deterioration of sound. There should be a nice uniform pattern of sound coming out of the speakers. And that does work to a certain extent. Some speakers do it better than others. But this here, as I've said, is a big lying turd from Gear4Music in York. Shame on you. Shame on you. If you're going to advertise something, in fact, I'm sure there's laws about it. If you're going to advertise something as something, it has to be that thing you're advertising it as. They do a single 4-inch box. It looks even cuter, to be fair. They do look cute. If you want an ornament, a really expensive ornament, you could get it, but don't expect to use it. So you can get a single 4-inch driver and some sort of tweeter, or you can get this one, which is a dual 4-inch driver, which is the smallest line array that I'm aware of to be on the market today, but the price obviously reflects that. For £2,000 you get a sub and 8 tops, something like that. So I'm going to take a cover off and I'm going to show you why it's not a line array. Are you ready for the reveal? Oh my, what have we here? I'll tell you what it looks like. It looks like car speakers. So this is essentially what you would call a dual concentric speaker, which is not a bad design. Putting the tweeter inside the mid. Usually it's done through the mid, not in this floating way. As I say, this would be more of a car speaker type design. But you're not going to get a line. The mids might line, but the tweeters aren't going to line up. It's just utter crap. Utter crap. Do not buy these speakers thinking that you're going to get a line array. Do not read these specs thinking that you're going to be able to use them. This utter Chinese crap, which is so tempting because it's overinflated in its claims and it looks cute, and line array is the new thing and it's what everyone wants and it's the best thing since sliced bread. Well, this is the worst thing since sliced bread. The stupid thing is people are buying these and they're actually thinking that they're using them, and that things sound good. I can assure you, if you tried to do a gig on this, it would sound horrendous. What caused us to take the grills off is I listened to them and I was like, that is horrendous. What is wrong with that? Sorry, camera work. And so I got my friend to listen to them and he agreed. It sounds absolutely cack. So then we took the cover off one night after a couple of beers and realised this is absolutely terrible. This is terrible. Can't believe that they're actually advertising these and selling them to the public, saying that the line arrays, from a sound guy's perspective. But forgetting the fact that they're claiming they're line arrays, they're selling these speakers for £2,000 and they sound absolutely terrible. I'm going to plug them in and give you a demonstration, which you're not really going to be able to tell on here, but it wouldn't surprise me if you can tell how terrible they are, put it that way.
Gonna San Bernardino, milkshake mixes, that's my thing now. These guys bought a heap of my stuff, and I gotta see a good thing shooting up now. Oh, my name's not Croc, it's Croc with a K. I like crocodile, but I smell their way. It's doggy dog, ready rag. Croc style, boom like that. Folks line up all down the street. I'm seeing this girl devour me now.
I'm going to put that on again, and I'll just walk around a bit.
Don't wait long, shake, fries, how do you go? How about that friendly name? Heck, every little thing ought to stay the same. Oh, my name's not Croc.
Sound changes no matter where you go. There's no top end here.
Like crocodile, but I'm stuck back.
No top end.
It's
There's a bit of top end here. I'm hearing both tweeters now. No top end now. No top end. That speaker cost me 50 quid. These speakers would cost you I mean, they cost me 500 quid, I think. They would cost you £2,000, and they would come with a sub as well, but it would be a dual 12, and it would be probably rubbish and wouldn't last very long. As we walked around, you could see the point of a line array speaker as well is that you get about 100 degrees dispersion on them. On these, as you walk around, there's dead spots of sound. Clarity. You want clarity no matter where you are with a line array speaker. You should be able to walk around and get top end everywhere. But these, because they're fake, because they're not really a line array speaker, because they're not designed in a way which actually works as a line array speaker, they are pretty useless. Stood over there, kind of sounds okay, but you're not going to get much more volume out of them. they're only 4-inch drivers, and they're already sort of at that limit. So how are you going to do 500 people with that stack? I really don't know. Spend your money on something decent and second hand. Don't go throwing your money away on stuff like that, unless you want it as an ornament. If you want an ornament, fair enough. It looks like a line array. But yeah, not all that glimmers is gold. I hope this video has been useful. When I was looking at them, I wondered if anyone else had sort of bought them and pulled them apart. I noticed the stock went down with Gear4Music, so people clearly were buying them, but I don't know where they've gone, who's bought them, and I certainly haven't come across any reviews yet. So if you want to treat this as a review, my review would be don't buy it. And as I say, shame on you, Gear4 for selling this as something which it isn't.